Hey y'all, so I am going to be talking about Botox today. Botox and fillers and who knows what else. But yeah, I have so many people asking me about Botox all the time, messaging me, texting me, and obviously it doesn't bother me, but I just thought that I would go ahead and make a video of it to maybe answer some questions that people have been asking me. A lot of people know that I get Botox. I'm an open book. I don't really care. When I like something, I want everybody else to know about it. Botox, a lot of people think is just a big ordeal. They think that it's a big production and it's so expensive and it's gonna hurt and your face is gonna be frozen and this and that, and the reality of it is it's not that bad. It's not that big of a deal. It's great and I love it, but it's not as big of a deal as people think that it is. You're not gonna turn into, you know, I don't even know what people think. But the best thing to do if you want Botox, make sure you go to somebody reputable, research them, make sure that it's a reputable place. You know, I say that, but I didn't do that because I went with a friend who had done the research for me, so I got lucky. And she was like, hey, I have to go to this appointment. Do you want to go with me or do you want to stay here? And I was like, well, I'll just go with you. And she finally told me it was for Botox, and we went. And when I got there, I was like, I want to do this too. And luckily the doctor had time to do mine and I got it right there on the spot. I have gone to a couple different places since that first time, and it wasn't anything to remember. You know, it was okay, but I felt like like the Botox went away faster, but I finally figured out why that was happening, and I'll get to that later. But so I went to a couple different places after my first time, but then I ended up back at my the surgeon's office that I started at, and it wasn't the surgeon that was going to do it this time around. It was somebody that she hired who is a medical esthetician, which right now here in Texas, that is okay by law. Most places you have to be, I think, a doctor or a nurse. But here in Texas, you can be an esthetician and they can hire you. You can be hired underneath a doctor or surgeon. They have to be a doctor. A doctor can hire you and you can do it underneath their license. So that's what she does. The doctor had been seeking her out for months and months, and she finally agreed to come work there. So I knew if the surgeon was dying to have this girl work underneath her, then she had to be good. So I now go to her for my Botox and for facials, and I think she's awesome. She's very honest with me, and she'll do, you know, what I ask of her, but if she doesn't think that that's what's good for me, she'll either give me another option or she'll just tell me, like, no, I don't think we should do that. So this last time I went, which was actually yesterday, so I don't know, I wish I would have taken a picture to show you guys how it was yesterday, but usually after you get your Botox, they say it takes about a week for the effects to kick in. It's already kicked in. Like, I've got a couple little lines up here, but it was way worse than that yesterday. So yesterday I went in, and last time I was there for a facial, and this was probably a couple weeks ago, and I had asked her because my Botox hasn't been lasting as long for the last like 3 times I got it. The first time I got it done, it was like amazing, and it was amazing the entire 3 months, which, by the way, you can only get Botox every 90 days. So don't be crazy and go to different offices. That's how you end up looking psycho, is whenever you go to different places in the middle of your 90 days and get stuff done when you shouldn't. So anyways, during what was I saying? On my way to my facial, I started thinking about how my Botox hadn't been lasting, and I got to thinking, I was like, well, I know that whenever, like, if you have a high metabolism or if you get stressed out a lot or anything like that, your metabolism, the faster your metabolism is, the faster your Botox is going to metabolize, I guess, in your body. I don't know all the terms. I'm just trying to help you guys have like a broad idea of what this is. So I'm not a doctor, I'm not a nurse, I don't know all the answers. I'm just giving you guys like my experiences. But anyways, so I know that it can metabolize quicker, you know, if you have a high metabolism or if you're stressed out a lot, which I'm stressed all the time. I would have been stressed the first time I got it done too. Like, that's just me. That's how I live my life. But I got to thinking about it, and so October 2015, I got Botox for the first time. So then in 2016, New Year came, I got a gym membership. So I go to the gym between 4 and 6 days a week, and I also sit in the sauna every single time. So I'm sweating a lot, which you can't work out the day that you get Botox. You can't work out for 24 hours or do any like strenuous activity and like sweat a lot. So knowing that I was in the sauna all the time and sweating my butt off, and knowing that I had started working out a lot more after the new year, I got to thinking, like, maybe that's why my Botox isn't lasting. So I asked her, and she was like, oh yeah, definitely. She said that, yeah, I was pretty much right, because I had been working out more, and I work out a lot more now than I did in the past, and my metabolism's probably higher. My Botox isn't gonna last as much. So kind of sucks, because it's either, you know, have wrinkles or have wrinkles. Is kind of where I'm at. So this time yesterday when I went, we were talking about what we were going to do to make it last longer. I told her, freeze it out, because I usually tell her to still make it look natural. I still wanted to be able to move my forehead and this and that, and I'm at the point now where I'm like, freeze it, I don't care. I'm not gonna look crazy. I'm 25. Oh my god, I'm 26. I've been saying, I said that in a comment earlier today that I was 25. Oh no. Anyway, so I'm 26, and people don't ever know that I have Botox. So the only reason they know is because I tell them. So I'm not gonna look crazy just because like my forehead, like people aren't gonna look at that. So I told her this time, just do what we can to make it last longer, like freeze it out. I don't care if it moves, has a whole bunch of movement. I don't want that. I didn't want wrinkles. I've had wrinkles since high school, and before high school, my mom used to always yell at me for not relaxing my face, and she was always like, relax your forehead, and I was like, I am relaxed. Like, I didn't understand like how to relax. Still don't. So of course I have wrinkles from that, and always have, and they've always bothered me. And so when I had the opportunity to get Botox, I was all for it. So what we did yesterday, we did 12 units in my forehead, and then we do some in the middle to give me a little bit of a brow lift. The only reason I started doing that was because I started getting these weird little nodules like right up my eyebrows, and I'm not gonna try to explain why that was. She told me at one point, but I don't really know, so I'm not even gonna try to explain that. But what I started out with, the very first time I got Botox, I just got 10 units right in my forehead, and I don't remember exactly what the price of the units were then when the surgeon did it, but I think it was like between 12 and 14. Yesterday when I went, that was the most I've paid for it. I also tip her, so that adds on to, I don't know if that's typical. I don't know if everybody tips for Botox, but there's an option, so I do it. Good karma. So we did 12 units across yesterday, and then in the middle as well. So I'm already happy with it. It's already so much better than it was yesterday, and how it has been for a few weeks. Like I said, it metabolized a lot faster. So even though I was only a week or two out, I think I was 2 weeks past my 90 days, but I started noticing it being gone like a long time ago, like weeks and weeks ago. So hopefully this time it lasts longer. But the girl I go to, I think she's like $12 a unit. It really just will depend what office you go to, who you go to, but do your research. Look on Instagram. If there's a place that you're interested in going to, look them up on Instagram, see if they have a page. If they don't, try to read reviews. Yelp, I don't know, who cares what it is. Just make sure you're reading reviews or trying to figure out what their work looks like. Especially if you're going to be interested in anything like fillers, try to see if there are any before and after pictures of their work, because that's, even though it's not permanent, Botox isn't permanent, lip injections aren't permanent, but you're doing it because you want to feel better about something. And so do your research. Don't go to somebody just because they're cheap. Go to somebody who you know is going to give you what you want and something that you're going to be happy with. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, I always get asked, like, people are like, oh no, I'll never get Botox. It'll hurt. I'm afraid of needles. Honestly, it doesn't hurt hardly at all. Like, I'm pretty sure an ant bite hurts worse than Botox. The needles are tiny, I'm assuming, because I promise you, it does not hurt. The first time will be kind of weird. It's a weird feeling the first time, but once you've done it already, it's not a big deal. Lip injections, on the other hand, or haven't had injections, so I can't tell you firsthand. I've watched people get them, and I can tell, like, oh yeah, that's probably a little bit painful, but they do numb the area that you're getting injected. At least most people can or will or do, but just from watching other people get it done, I know that you can still semi-feel it, because they always have like this face, or they're like, just like a tear will run down. But being that the effects are going to be so much greater than that few seconds of pain, if it's something that you want to do it, because I promise you, you're gonna like the effects of it way more, and you're not ever going to think really about the pain that you went through to do it, because it's like that. Like, it's not like getting a tattoo where you're sitting there for hours. Like, it's literally so quick. So I think those are probably the two biggest questions, is does it hurt and how much does it cost? And it's not that expensive. The thing is, you want to get Botox to be preventative. You want to get it when you're younger. People always, when I say I have Botox, of course, like, a lot of people are like, oh, you're too young for that. But they don't know, like, nobody's told them you get it to be preventative. It's pretty much common sense, but it's not stuff that people talk about every day, so people don't know. But yeah, get it when you're younger. You won't pay as much at one time. You're supposed to do it to be preventative, and that will save you from spending a butt ton of money if you do it while you're younger. But anyways, here's another thing. No, I do not have lip injections. I get asked that all the time. Like I said, I'm an open book. I would 100% tell you guys, tell everybody. I don't care. If I like something, I'll tell people about it. I talk about stuff all the time. I'm very open. When I say I don't have lip injections, I'm always afraid that people are going to think I'm like lying, like Kylie or whatever. No, I don't have them. I'm all for them. If you want them, if you need them, if it's going to make you more comfortable, more confident to have bigger lips, get them. That's pretty much it. I don't know. If you have any other questions, you can leave them in the comments. I can't think of anything else. Like I said, the main things are cost and does it hurt, and then people always saying you're too young. I'm not saying that everybody needs it. You're beautiful the way you are, but people ask me all the time about it, and I'm just letting you know my experiences, how I feel about it. I like it, love it, don't have anything bad to say about it. If you are like 18 years and younger, don't listen to me about Botox. You don't need to know about Botox. But I don't want to get in trouble for talking to people about Botox who are too young. So if you are in your 20s and you think you need it, look into it. I have nothing bad to say about it. If you do have any more questions about Botox that I didn't really hit, I'll try to answer them. Like I said, I'm not a nurse. I'm not a doctor. I just get Botox and I like it, and I'm speaking from my experiences. So I'll try to answer whatever question you have, as long as it's not something that needs to be answered by a doctor or a nurse. But just ask me below, and thank you for watching, and y'all have a good day or night wherever you are in the world. I'm not sure, but thank you for watching. Hey! My dogs just went psycho. I gotta start over. Quite a bit. Oh my gosh. Why? We were going to
There's a beautiful day headed your way. Keep your head up, up, up. You'll be okay. A beautiful